I have seen some of the interviews. I think I remember one in particular with Bill Jackson's widow, Nancy.
But Dabney.
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 Yeah. But from time to time, I've seen them, and I've never been to Jamestown. I've never been to the center.
Well, I'm here to invite you, when time permits, and that we'd love to have you because, on several reasons, not only a chance to see what we're doing at the Jackson Center. In 2001, when we got started, again, we just had a building and an idea. Our president had recently retired as the president of Chautauqua Institution. It's a significant location in Jamestown. Just retired. He was going to Arizona, stayed with us, but he befriended Justice Sandra Day O'Connor. And right after he kind of said, I'll be your president, he came down and saw Justice O'Connor in her chambers because they had become friends, and Justice O'Connor said, what are you going to do, Dan? What are you going to do next now that you're retired? And he goes, well, I've taken on this executive position for a short period of time with this brand new, nascent Robert H. Jackson Center. He goes, really? That's a great idea, you know, da-da. And so she pulls out from underneath her desk a legal pad and hands it to former President Dan Bratton and says, here, take notes. And the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to call the Library of Congress. Right now, I know the curator, the head person, archivist at the Library of Congress, and ask about the papers. And the guy said, yeah, we have the papers over there. He goes, is there a finding aid? Do you have anything that will assist the Robert H. Jackson Center in making this available to the public? The guy says, no, we really don't have a finding aid. Well, I would encourage you highly to do a finding aid for the benefit of the Robert H. Jackson papers. And so, as the president told me later on, he goes, here, the archivist heels click as Justice O'Connor was suggesting they should do so, which then resulted in a finding aid, which ultimately became available to everybody, that you could work the papers.
I won't say I couldn't have written the book, but I greatly profited from the finding aid. Because what the finding aid is very good, by the way. Very detailed and sort of explicit about what's in what files. And you really need that. You know, when you work in the Library of Congress, I'm sure everybody has told you this, but it's not like you can just walk in there and ask for all the files you want at once, and you can't take them out. And now you're able to photograph them, but for a while you had to just have handwritten notes on them. They wouldn't let you Xerox them. And so what I was able to do with the finding guide is I looked very carefully at what the files contain, and then I would identify files I really needed to see. And that way, when I went up there or when research assistants went up there, we were looking for something explicit. And that was tremendously important.